Hi everyone, and welcome to our LENA START orientation program. My name is Jessica Lopez, and I'm the Director of Children's Services here at the Spartanburg Library. I'm here to tell you a little bit about our LENA START program and why it's important for your child and our community. So I've got a little presentation to share with you, and I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for joining. Let me share my screen. All right, so here's our presentation. Like I said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what LENA START is and why it's important for your child and our community. LENA START is a 10-week free session for parents that can teach your child and teach you how to incorporate talk into your child's learning environment. And talk is really important to your child because it actually prepares them for kindergarten. So your child's brain at the moment is growing at a rapid pace, and we really want to capitalize on that. We want to give them the best chance they can at being successful their whole life. And it turns out between the ages of 0 to 3 is that time. And so what we're going to do within this LENA START program is teach you ways in order to increase the amount of talk that goes on in your home. And I think it's a great program. I've actually done it with my child. She is 11 months now, and I've really learned a lot, not only as an educator, but also as a parent. I've seen a lot of growth with her, and it's really exciting to see her learn new words and respond to them. So she loves clapping right now and just repeating the clapping song. So we'll go clap, clap, clap your hands together, and she'll go crazy over it. So connecting words with the child's environment is exciting for them at this age. They love interacting with you, and we just want to show you ways in order to do that more. So let's listen to these families as they share their experience about LENA START.
Siempre estoy pensando en su futuro. My future for her, I want her to be able to do anything that she put her mind to. I imagine her going to school, high school, college. I dream of her as a doctor. Yo creo que el propósito de nosotros es que ellas aprendan y lleguen a ser alguien en la vida. Am I doing the right things? Am I being a good mom? Va a haber un programa sobre una maquinita que le iban a poner a los niños, una grabadora con un chaleco, iban a contar las palabras y a ver cuánto le hablábamos a los niños. You know, as we started doing the program, everything kind of changed, and I could tell the difference. It seemed like she was just understanding. For me, I just really felt silly talking to a baby. Of course, now I realize that it is very important to talk to them. Siento que me ayuda más el reporte porque yo veo cuántas palabras fue que le dije en todo el día, cuántas conversaciones tuvimos, cuántos turnos, refleja todo lo que pasó en el día. En cambio, si una persona me está diciendo, muy bien, hazlo, sigue haciéndolo, yo no voy a ver en qué me estoy equivocando o qué estoy haciendo mal. We talk more with each other. She's been noticing like, oh, my dad is actually spending time with me. Él dice que está aprendiendo a leer con ella. Él en la tarde y a la hora de dormir es el que se pone a leer con ella. Actually, for me as a man, I learned a lot about my child. You will never know the benefits your child can receive if you don't try. It's a big opportunity that the program LENA is giving us. Sí, el programa es algo que puedo estar practicando diario, que puedo estar compartiendo con mi hijo totalmente.
So I think as a parent, one of the things that I struggle with is knowing if I'm doing something right. You know, we do the best that we can, but we don't necessarily have parenting classes that teach us what to do in this moment. And Lena isn't necessarily that. We're not going to sit you down and teach you how to change a diaper or anything like that. But what we are going to teach you is increasing those interactions with your child and why it's so beneficial. And just so you know, 1 million new nerve connections are happening every second within your child's brain right now. Can you even fathom that? 1 million new nerve connections every second. So every second of your child's life is so valuable to have an interaction with them, to make sure those connections are thriving and building. And we just want to continue that with you. You know, I was going to tell you a little bit about your baby and why it's important for you to participate in this program for them, but also it's important to participate for our community. What we found within Spartanburg, and this is thanks to the Spartanburg academic movement, is that only 68% of children are entering school ready to learn. So children are entering school or entering kindergarten ready to learn, only about 68%. And we want that number to be 100%. We want all of our kids within Spartanburg County to be prepared and ready to learn. And unfortunately, that's not happening. But with Lena and with your library, you're going to be able to do just that. So let's continue on with this conversation and tell you a little bit about how Lena START works. So let's get started.
The Lena START program combines 3 elements to help build your baby's brain. The Lena system, a sort of talk pedometer to help you measure how much you're talking with your baby. Parent group meetings, where you'll receive reports from your recordings and learn ways to increase words and turns. And materials to take home so you can practice the techniques you've learned. Every week during the first phase of the program, you'll record a full day of your baby's language environment using the tiny digital Lena recorder. After recording, the recorder is plugged into a special computer to count the number of words, conversational turns, and minutes of TV or electronics sound your baby experienced. Then the computer deletes the recording, and no one can ever listen to it. All that comes back is data. For each recording, you'll get a report that shows how much talk took place that day, how the amount of talk changed from hour to hour, and how that day compared to previous recordings. Hitting goals for talk will earn you stars that show how much you're improving. Parent group meetings provide help understanding the reports, along with instruction on simple but effective techniques to use that information to increase conversations with your baby. Instruction is presented through entertaining videos in Spanish and English.
Are we on?
Check 1, check 2.
Hola.
Hola!
Hey, ¿cómo están?
These videos will explain the techniques and show how parents use them. We'll discuss the techniques with other parents. Childcare will be provided during the meetings. The third and very important part of the Lena START program is taking the techniques home to practice them with your baby using materials you'll receive in meetings. You'll get a comprehensive parent guide with all the materials and forms used in the meetings, plus charts to remind you of techniques to use with your baby. You'll also take home stars for hitting talk goals. All materials are in both English and Spanish. And each week you'll receive a free book to take home and read with your baby. Sharing books is a great way to increase talk and conversations with children of any age, starting with just talking about the pictures. Reminders, reports, and other communications concerning the program will come to your cell phone via text messaging. Parents using the Lena START program soon find they're communicating better with their children and enjoying it more. And children's behavior often improves as well. Succeeding with this program doesn't require a degree or a diploma. All it takes is you, your baby's first and best teacher.
Yeah, to sum it up as you matter. You know, when I'm talking to my infant, my little one, you know, you matter.
Lo visualizo ya con una carrera hecha, con una sonrisa de que él pudo hacerlo sin tanto problema. Y yo con una satisfacción de haber podido contribuir con eso.
So because most of our library programs right now, or all of them, are actually virtual, this takes Lena Start on your computer or on your phone or on your device that you have at home. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to meet in person like the folks in the video. However, we still are able to meet online and would love to do that with you. It will be a learning experience, this new session, but it's still worthwhile, I think. What it will look like is between 10 to 15 families will join in on a session. Like I said, it'll be virtual, so it'll be hosted via Zoom, just much like this video. And then we'll meet once a week for 10 weeks. The videos will actually be sent to you via a text prior to our Wednesday meetup. So we'll meet regularly on Wednesdays between 11 and 12. And prior to that, you'll be able to review the materials for the meetup, and then we'll talk a little bit about them. You know, right now it can be kind of isolating with our current pandemic and our current situation, especially as parents. And so we want to try and help with that. Lena Start is one of those ways that we can come together as parents and support one another and form good connections and ultimately improve our children's brain growth and development together. So in classes prior to COVID, we were able to have conversations in which we shared about our days and learn new techniques and ways of improving the language environment of our children. For example, one of the people that were in my class told me about ways that I can try and incorporate Emma, my daughter, into folding laundry. Because at the time, I think she was about 5 or 6 months, and she kind of just laid there and looked at me, and it's hard to talk to a baby. It makes you a little uncomfortable because all they're doing is sitting there staring at you. But in those moments, it's still valuable to have those connections. And so I was like, how do I incorporate her into like folding laundry? Like all she does is sit there and watch me. And this person encouraged me to throw the laundry onto the floor or onto the bed, and it'll be nice and warm, and sit her in there and talk to her about that. Oh, isn't the laundry nice and cozy and warm? And oh, look, we've got a red sock, or oh, look, we've got a green shirt. Do you want to help me fold it? So things like that are the conversations that we have within Lena Start. We're supporting one another, we're learning about new techniques, and we're doing that via a really super cool device. So what you'll receive is a bag filled with Lena swag and a parent guide, which is a book that you'll be able to take home and write notes all over. You'll also get a little vest for your little one. So this is Eleanor, my teddy bear friend, and she's wearing a vest right now. It just connects in the back here with buttons, and you'll get 2 of those to take home. Along with a device that they were talking about. So this device here is the one that they showed in the video. It's really simple to use. You just turn it on and then you hook it into the vest and you leave it be for the entire day. And like they said, it's like a talk pedometer. So it's just collecting the number of words that the child is hearing, the conversations that they're hearing in a day, and then also the kind of like frequency or feedback from television or radio. Because while we want to see the talk increase on the reports, we also want to see the TV decrease. And that's something that the device itself will spit data out onto this report. And so it was pretty cool to gain these reports and really see, okay, on this day we did really well. We earned our star, yay! What can we do next week to improve our conversations with her? Because not only does it track the number of words that you're saying, but it also keeps track of the conversational turns. And that's when your baby's brain is really growing. So not just saying, oh, this shirt is green, saying, this shirt is green, do you feel it's warm? And then having her respond to you, or having your baby respond to you, and going goo goo gaga, blah, 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 blah. And then you respond back to them and saying, yes, yes, and this shirt is blue. So having those conversational turns are those points when your baby's brain is going to grow the most. So. And like I said, it'll be a one session per 10 weeks. And this is kind of the breakdown of the things that we'll learn. So you'll have the informational session for LENA START. You'll get an idea of what LENA reports are and what those 14 talking tips are. And the 14 talking tips are really fantastic because they just are little tips and tricks that you can use during the day. So if you forget something, you're able to practice it on that same day to keep bumping the number of words that your child is hearing. We'll talk about in the third session about why reading is so valuable. And of course, as a librarian, I'm going to stress that a lot. You get a free book every time you attend a session. So that's a real plus. We'll talk about songs and rhymes and language and food. Math is something that you can even teach your child at this age. Isn't that crazy? You'll learn about your baby's brain and the science behind it all. It's fascinating. We'll talk about number 8, building brains by asking questions. Open-ended questions are so valuable to this age. It's fun to hear by the time they're 3 what they kind of respond with. So practicing it early and setting good habits early is really important. And then 9, out and about. You know, it's harder to get out and about with COVID, but we'll equip you with tools in order to incorporate when you go grocery shopping post-COVID, and teaching your children maybe when you go to the grocery store about talking about fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. And then finally, the 10th session will be graduation day, and that's when you get to celebrate all of your achievement and all of your growth that you've accomplished within these 10 weeks. So that's what it'll look like. Between these sessions, you'll have a LENA day, and the LENA day is just one day a week where your child will wear the device, and then you'll return it to the library, and we'll put it into that computer, collect the data, and then give you a report. Of course, like the video said, I wanted to stress that no information is saved. Once the device itself is uploaded to the computer, it's just pulling data. It's just pulling words. It's just counting those numbers. So the conversations that you have within that day are completely erased. I can't access it at all. So just wanted to really stress that, because privacy is a truly important part of not only the world right now and wanting to make sure you're keeping yourself safe, but it's a high priority of libraries. So the report itself, you'll learn about how much you talked with your child, the progress you're making, which is fun to see, and then opportunities to talk more. So we'll talk through your reports, see where you might be able to improve, and go from there. And this is what the report itself looks like. This is just one of the days. So it looks like this person had been participating for about 4 days in LENA START. And in the next, or the final 2 days in this report, they earned stars for the number of adult words that the device itself picked up. The yellow is showing the daily conversational turns, and those are really valuable to your child's brain growth and development. And the pink is showing the number of minutes that your child is being exposed to television or electronic sound. And it looks like this person was receiving about an average of maybe an hour to an hour and a half of television, which really isn't that much in a day when you really think about it. So yeah, that's what the report itself looks like. So the bag is super cool. It's really cute. You get to carry it along with you wherever you go. You've got the parent guide there, and it's brand new this year. We've got vests for you, which are super cute, and we can tailor it to your child's size. You get some magnets to just serve as really a reminder every day to talk to your child and why it's important, because talk builds babies' brains. And then you get that free book every time you attend a session. So you are also able to make up sessions if you miss one, so don't stress too much. We want to make your life as easy as possible, and during this time especially is something we want to do for you. You'll receive reminder text messages about meetings and reading with your child, and then you only get a few texts every week, so it's not going to bombard you too much. And then you'll graduate at your final session. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear more about your questions and what you think about the program and ways the library can help. If you're a parent, I'd love to hear from you. I've made a slide with my contact information, so feel free to call me or email me, and I'll get back in touch with you as soon as I can. And if you're a school district or an educator, I'd especially love to hear from you to find out ways that we can support your students and support your community. We serve the entire county, so if you think this would be beneficial to your school or to your daycare, please let me know, and I'd love to help. Okay, well, like I said, drop me some comments and I will be here to answer them. Take care. Bye-bye.